Welcome back to Sunrise, everyone. Well, this gorgeous young lady sitting next to me is the reigning Miss Black Mississippi, Miss Paris Holland, and today she's here to share with us her very, very important platform, which is addressing bullying. What an important issue to take on, Paris, and thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my
this
pleasure.
Is such a great opportunity.
So tell us why you have chosen this topic as your platform.
Well, bullying is something that's personal to me. When I was younger, I grew up in Gilbert, Arizona, and it was pretty new, not that many people, and it was predominantly white, so I stood out among the rest, and I was tall and really shy, and you know, I got picked on a lot, so you know, for me, this is something that I want to spread awareness about because it's becoming more of a problem.
Absolutely, and you know, you're finding more and more students now, children even, committing suicide, having a lot of issues. Let's talk about some of the things that I'm sure you've heard stories from other children who've experienced the same thing.
I can say personally, a lot of feelings that I felt during the time that I would be picked on, I felt very alone, I felt depressed, you know, I felt like my self-worth was very low, and on top of that, I felt angry. And you know, luckily I was strong enough not to, you know, act on those emotions, but there's been cases where, you know, kids will commit suicide because they feel like the only option they have is to take their life, or they can hurt somebody else. And that's why it's becoming more of a problem, and I feel like this is my time to let everybody know that things can be prevented. So.
Now, do you think that the issue is when children go through that, they turn inward and they take those things and they take it to heart. They believe that it is them, that they are the problem. What do you think that is?
I also felt I would internalize everything that people said about me. They'll say, you're ugly, you're stupid, you know. Am I ugly? Am I stupid? I felt like that a lot of times, and the problem is when it's happening to you, you don't want to talk about it to other people, so you keep it to yourself and it will eat at you. And you know, I want it to be known that if you're being bullied, you can talk to somebody and they will be there for you. You have support, and it's not about being alone. So now, having gone through that, can you talk about maybe some warning signs that other people can look for to tell if a child is being bullied? A lot of the time, grown-ups don't see it because they think, well, the child's beautiful, there's no problem with them. They don't realize what they're going through. Well, even if you see signs, you know, they might not want to talk to you about it, but I encourage teachers and parents and other students, if they see a kid that looks like they're having a bad day, you know, let them know that you're available and you're there for them, and that if they need to talk to you about anything, they can.
Now, let's talk about ways that people can help raise awareness for this, along with you, what you're doing.
Definitely parents, keep an eye out on what your kids are doing. As technology has advanced, so has bullying, and now it's also cyberbullying. You have,
which can be the most malicious.
Yes,
I've seen some
people have the option to be anonymous, and somebody can make a website about you. They can say all these hurtful things, and you won't know who it is. And that makes it worse because you can go to school and be paranoid and be like, who is saying these things about me? So,
and it adds a whole other layer to that.
Parents, teachers, you know, check what your kids are doing online, because they could either be the victim of a bully or they could be the bully themselves.
Very, very interesting. Now, Paris, this is really, really important work you're doing, and I thank you for it. I do want to mention that you will be competing next week for the next title, which will be
Miss Black USA.
Miss Black USA. This is huge, Paris. We wish you luck on your journey, and we thank you for joining us today. The Miss Black USA pageant is, you're welcome, the Miss Black USA pageant is August 7th, 8th, and 9th in Washington, D.C., and you can check Paris's website out at MissBlackMississippiUSA.org for more information, and also go to hearttruth.org for more info on bullying. Thank you again, Paris, for joining us. All right, we'll be back with more Sunrise just after this.